Welcome to a new video. It's been a while since I published my last one about 2 months ago. It's been crazy for me in the past few months in terms of the amount of projects that I've been delivering as part of my consulting business. So that kept me away from doing hobby stuff, but things have settled now and I can get back in the YouTube game. And by the way, I have also upgraded the camera that I use for shooting these videos, so you should be able to notice an improvement in the video quality. And this won't be exactly an electronics video as you're used to seeing on my channel, but nonetheless, I think it's an important topic that even as an electronics engineer, you will come across sooner or later if you're building a project. At some point, you're going to have to maybe build a custom enclosure or a custom front panel at least, or a custom holder for some sensor, and you may decide you want to do that through a CNC process. And this used to be quite an expensive deal. It used to take a long time to get something like this manufactured. It just wasn't feasible for hobby level. Hence why people started doing, PCB, FR4 front panels for their enclosures a while ago. But that is no longer the case these days with companies like PCBWay.com, which they are the official sponsor of the Voltlog YouTube channel. And if you go on their website, you will find their CNC and 3D printing tab where you just get all of these wonderful options for manufacturing. You get CNC, you get 3D printing in all of the available technologies, you get sheet metal fabrication, injection molding, laser cutting, you name it. And all of these are accessible in like one-off quantity with affordable pricing. So I wanted to give these services a try and show you guys how easy it is to get something like this manufactured these days. And in my case, I did not have like an electronics related job this time, but mostly a home improvement kind of thing. So you'll probably laugh at this use case, but I have this couch in my living room, which has these thin metal stands, and I have a nice wooden floor in the living room. And I noticed the couch started leaving imprints in my wooden floor. So this was a cosmetic issue with leaving those nasty imprints, but also a functional one because the couch just slides around on the wooden floor. So it's just a bad design. I don't know why they designed it in that way, but the contact surface is just so thin that you can't even attach those special rubber or felt protection things. So I decided to fix this, and I started by getting exact measurements of the feet with my calipers. I then sketched those measurements in Fusion 360 and started designing this holder where the couch feet would sit on a larger surface. Now this was a fairly simple design that I got done in a matter of minutes, just a few design steps. And once I was happy with the result, I just exported this as a step file and uploaded the resulting file on PCBWay.com. I went for CNC manufacturing. As a material, I selected aluminum 7075, and I opted for an anodized black finish, not because it was needed for any specific reason, but just because I wanted to give this a try and it looked nice. And I opted to get 5 pieces delivered. Based on these settings, I got a total of $157, which is not bad considering this is a custom CNC part machined out of a material that I specifically selected, aluminum 7075. And then these are also anodized. And it took a few weeks until I finally received my custom parts. There's also a 5th one, which I don't have here. They were nicely packaged and they were shipped together with some swag. And here they are. Now they look really nice with this matte black anodizing finish. They were manufactured based exactly on the specs that I gave them. Now, while these new parts will spread the weight of the couch over a much wider area, preventing the indents in the floor surface, this is still a very smooth surface, one that will slide around even with some heavy weight put on it. So to prevent that from happening, I purchased this adhesive rubber material from AliExpress. And this is about 2 millimeters thick, 30 millimeters wide, and I got this 50 centimeters long strip, which was like $4 a piece. I would say that 2 millimeters is probably too thick for this purpose. 1 millimeter would have been just perfect, but now I have it, so I'm going to use it. So now I'm just going to be adding this rubber backing on the aluminum support piece, and this will surely prevent it from sliding around. Now this is something that I'm sure PCBWay can also handle for you, but it just probably doesn't make sense for a small order like this. I imagine it would be very easy for them to just custom cut this on a laser cutter and sticking it to the back of your manufactured piece. So there you have it. This is how these got installed in their final form. They work great. The couch is now stuck in place. The weight is nicely distributed. So I would say this project was a complete success. Sure, might be overkill, might be too expensive for this particular purpose, which is why I mentioned it may not be the best example in practicality, but the video was about showing the process and the kind of products that we get access to these days as engineers. I'm sure there is plenty of work where you could use a service like this for work that would adequately justify the expense. As usual, you'll find the link to PCBWay.com in the description below, as well as the link to the adhesive rubber backing that I got from AliExpress. And if you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to support me making these videos, you can do it on my Patreon with as little as $1 per month. Thank you for watching, and I'll be seeing you next time.